everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Christine, and I'm going to do my August TBR. If I can get this uploaded or set to go. I should have done this beforehand. Thank God my new phone is faster. Okay, the first books that I'm going to show are the Triple RC Challenge books that I do every month. And if I get to the top, oh, that's a lot. Okay, and every month, of course, there's 10 challenges, and then you don't have to do them. You don't have to do the romance. They don't all have to be romance, but you know. So the first one is August, or A is for August. Read a book that starts with A, or a book whose author's first or last name starts with A, and I chose Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. I have no idea, I think, what it's about. So that's book one. Book two, or challenge two, is Bird of the Month, Kingfisher. A kingfisher, said to be the first bird to fly from Noah's Ark after the deluge, supposedly received the orange of the setting sun on its breast and the blue of the sky on its back. It was considered a symbol of peace, promising prosperity and love. I always thought it was a dove. Read a book with the main character who wins something or is the first to achieve or invent something, or a book with orange or blue on the cover. You can also read a book involving peace or with a peaceful character, your interpretation, or a book with the letter K anywhere in its title. Oops. I chose Kathy Reich's Deja Dead because I went by the K in the name, not the title. Might have to change that. We shall see. That might change. But Lovely Bones, I'm also reading for the Summer Romance Book Bingo, and that is a book you bought for the cover. This one is a book for Summer Romance Book Bingo, is a book that takes place in your country. And then challenge 3 is Featured Author Challenge. The Queen of Romance is Sherilyn Kenyon, and the Princess of Romance is Tessa Dare, and I went with Sherilyn Kenyon, and it is Fantasy Lover, and it's book 1. Let's see. It's hard to see. My son has Diary of a Wimpy Kid obsession. It is book 1 in her Dark Underworld series. I think that's what it's called. Don't quote me on that. So, challenge 4 is National Mustard Day, which is August 3rd. This versatile condiment, made from the seeds of a mustard plant, can be a variety of shades ranging from bright yellow to dark brown. It is used on foods or as a component in many dressings, sauces, marinades, and more. Read a book with yellow or brown on the cover, or read a book with food condiments or a plant on the cover. You can also read a book where the characters eat or cook food in the story. Bonus points if it has mustard on it, or a book with the numbers 8 and 3 anywhere on the page count. And I chose Zombie Elementary, The Real Story by Howard Whitehouse, and this is also for the Summer Romance Book Bingo to read a book with yellow cover. So challenge 5, Purple Heart Day, August 7th. The Purple Heart is a U.S. military decoration awarded to those who are wounded or killed while serving. It was first created for 3 Revolutionary War soldiers by George Washington in 1782 and was later reestablished in 1932. Purple Heart Day recognizes not only the merit, but more importantly the men and women killed and wounded in combat who have earned this badge of honor. Read a book where a character is current or former military, or a book where a character is wounded or killed while helping someone or serving the greater good. You can also read a book set during a wartime era, a book with purple on the cover, or a book with 17 or 82 in the page count. And this is where, if you watched my last one, I was going to read the Diane Chamberlain one for it, but so I'm putting in Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. And, I mean, it's purple cover, so I don't think I'm reading that for anything else. Challenge 6, World Photography Day, August 19th. The daguerreotype was a photographic process developed by Louis Daguerre and Joseph Nicephore Niepce, sorry, in 1837. This day celebrates the gift these Frenchmen gave the world, photographs. Read a book where a character uses a camera or is a photographer, or a book with a photograph or memory in the story, or a book set in France or with a French character. You can also read a book set in the 1800s, or a book where a character is innovative in some way, your interpretation, or a book that has a beautiful image, landscape, or person on the cover. And this one I chose I Married the Duke by Catherine Ashe, and I think it's because it's the 1800s. Oh, it's hard to see. It's not going to focus, is it? And so, challenge 7 is Lazy Day, August 10th. Kick back, relax, and be lazy for a day. If you have something to do, it can surely wait until tomorrow. Read a book where the characters spend time doing nothing, or a book that you have been lazy about reading. Hello, backlog. You can also read a short book, 150 pages or less, a book with a summer scene on the cover, or a book that you can enjoy while lazing around. This one I chose, do I have it yet? I don't think I have it yet, so is this one? I think it has to do with this one, and it's it's called How to Misbehave, but it's part of the Camelot series, and it's a 4-book bundle, so it's in there. And then challenge 8 is National Eye Exam Month. An estimated 6 in 10 people wear glasses or contact lenses. Your vision changes as you age, and the key to healthy eyes starts with an eye exam. Read a book with open eyes on the cover, or a book where a character is or visits an optometrist, or a book where a character wears glasses or contacts. You can also read a book with a character that uses binoculars or some other device that requires vision, or a book with a cover that is pleasing to your eyes. They give you a lot of options. So this one, I couldn't, mistake that. Eyeball. Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. And it's book 1 in the Shatter Me series. I don't know what the series is called. I've been wanting to read it just to see what everybody talks about. So let's see. I know it's not exactly the best written, but I read for enjoyment. So challenge 9, International Bat Night. Bats play an important part in keeping nature in balance by eating mosquitoes, consuming crop damaging insects, and disturbing plant seeds through their waste. Distributing. Wow. Celebrate the importance of bats in our ecosystem during the last weekend of August, and we have bats around here, tons. Read a book with a vampire character, or read a book with a bat, vampire, cave, or a nighttime scene on the cover. You can also read a book where a bat makes an appearance, a book with a blind character, a book where darkness or sound play a role in the story, or a book that has a very dark cover. And this one is, I picked The Warlord Wants Forever by Cressley Cole. Can't really see it. Doesn't want to. And then challenge 10 is always a random book, like pick whatever you want. So the other books that I need to read for the triple or summer romance book bingo, I'll fit one of them in here. So the ones that I have left to read is Read a Cowboy Romance. So that one I'm going to be reading Linda Lale Miller's Montana Creed's Logan. You can't get much cowboy than that. Read a book with the word sun spelled on the cover. And for some reason I had this as something else, and there was no S. So I don't think that was the one. Yeah, it is too. And funnily enough, my mom just gave me a whole bag full of these books. So I have a stack right here. And Louise from the Big Headed Bookworm just read this, but it's got a different cover, and it's Countering His Claim by Rachel Bailey, and she gave it a 4. So I'm hoping that, it's a good one. It's nice and quick. Like, it's less than 190 pages. Like, it's 186 pages, so. And the sun is, S-U-N, there's right in the title. Subgenre romantic suspense. So this one I chose No Place to Run by Maya Banks, and it's book 2 in the KGI series, and it's on hold. Read the book you most recently purchased. I could either do this one, but I think I'm going to save this one for a different one, and that's Outlander by Diana Gabaldon, because I actually purchased this one at the beginning of the month. Or I could read Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim, and this is my Owl Crate for July. So, yeah, because this whole stack that I got was free from my mom. I didn't actually purchase it. So this one I purchased, or my husband did, and this one I purchased. But I think I'm going to use this for something else. So I might use this, or if I purchase another book sooner, like after these, read a book set in your country. That one is Deja Dead by Kathy Reichs, because it's set in Canada. A book with an interracial couple is Blaze by Susan Johnson. He's Indian, she's white. I'm really starting to have problems with this book, and it's might be dropping down to a 2. I'll talk about that later. Book you bought for the cover, that one was going to be Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold, because I like blue. And The Necklace with a House. A book set during a winter holiday, and this one is oh no, that's not my hold. That is going to be Sleigh Bells in the Snow by Sarah Morgan. And a book set in 2 different time periods, which is why I was going to choose Outlander, because it's 1945 to 1945 to 1743. So I'm just wondering, does she actually go back and forth, or does she actually stay in one time period? I don't know about that. And I did start watching the series. I only watched the first episode because I figured I'll get so far in the book, and then I'll watch another episode to see how far they go, and I'll get so far and, do it that way so I don't spoil myself. And the last book I have to read is a book with a yellow cover, and that was going to be The Zombie Elementary, The Real Story. And this is a middle grade. Like, it'll take me like an afternoon, if that, to read. And that is everything I have to read. Or, well, I don't have to. This is meant for fun. I'm finding that if I don't have a TBR, which I never did before unless I considered my library books my TBR, but when I don't have something that I'm, should be reading, or that I challenge myself to read is what I should be saying, that I find that I don't know what to read or what I'm in the mood for, or, stuff like that. So having these little challenges is kind of, okay, well, I have these set books to read. Which one am I in the mood for? And it kind of narrows it down and makes it a little bit easier for me to pick and choose what I want to read. Other than that, I would be sitting here going, do I feel like this? And do I feel like that? And then I just don't pick up a book. So I like doing these challenges. If I had more time, I would do the Stack It challenge, because I have so many series on the go, it's not even funny. I don't even want to contemplate how many series I've started. But yeah, so another book that I still want to get to also is Christopher Pike, The Wicked Heart, another middle grade young adult read it in a day sort of deal. And then I have a whole ton of library books. I think I have like 40 some out from the library. And yeah, so I can pick and choose random for those ones. And I did pretty good for last month. I actually am now 4 books ahead of my Goodreads reading challenge for the year. I only set it at 150 because I knew I was going to be busier this year. So the year before, I think I read 210. I'm not sure, or the year before that. Anyways, so I'm getting more into a groove, and I'm finding my balance again. And having the e-reader helps because I don't, the books that I can't get in book form, but I want to read, I have available in e-reader. I just wish the library had more choice, but that's neither here nor there. The next time I'm down in Toronto, though, I'm going to see about getting a library card, because if you don't live in Toronto, you can get an out-of-city card that you have to pay for. And so I'm going to see about that. Sarah, if you know anything more about that, I mean, that's what it says on the website. If you're out of city, you have to pay for it, though. I think it's $10 a month or $120 a year. But if I could do that and access the Toronto ebook library, oh my God, I would be having fun with that. Anyways, I will talk to you later. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, wonderful week. Cameron really enjoyed his birthday yesterday, so that was great. And yeah, let me know if you guys have read any of these, what you thought of them. Yeah, and I think that's it. So I will see you later. Bye.